I think it is just really, really helpful for some of us to be able to see this in action. Mary Kay, there's a little bit of her recap again, and her arrows. So Mary Kay had 2 arrows. She had the 258 arrow and the 159 arrow. So the 258 is the arrow of emotional balance. And it really speaks to this idea that someone has a deeper sense of spiritual depth, maybe new age awareness, serious, contemplative. And of course, the wisdom test is being able to engage with the light-hearted side of life. Again, I don't know Mary Kay. I don't know if her achievements do not reflect her attributes in this regard. So perhaps if I were to read a biography around her, I would glean more about whether or not this was true for her. But even still, there was probably a sense that, the business came first, and, her spiritual beliefs and what she would spend time contemplating might not have made it into the public record, even in a biography. But nonetheless, she had a 258 arrow, the arrow of emotional balance, and she had the arrow of determination. The arrow of determination, persistence, responsiveness, maybe a sense of intuition and compassion. I feel like I can definitely see the compassion even just in her achievements, because I don't think anybody who has built a business that she built with the outcomes that she achieved, that business wouldn't have necessarily existed in the same way that it does or did without a sense of compassion being present. And I think she probably would have had to do a lot of work around determining what was for her, because she saw lots of ideas, lots of opportunities, and zeroing in on the one thing or the few things that were for her would have been probably part of her soul path. So that is Mary Kay Ash. Did they find their way? Did they find their way of doing whatever it was that they came here to do? And are you finding yours? Are you finding the strange jewels within each one of us and finding a way to live as Elizabeth Gilbert describes as big magic, creative living, and moving beyond fear? Timebender series continues with part 3 being the personal pyramid and Mary Kay Ash. There were really, really interesting insights that came forward as I did Mary Kay Ash's personal pyramid, looked at her peak years, and then reflected back on her public record. If you are finding yourself in a place where you'd like to be around other people who are talking about this kind of stuff, or you would like to get more, maybe some more intuitive insight from me on what you're finding in your numbers, reach out to me at my website, where you will find fast track guides and Timebender series that break down your core number, your birth chart, your arrows, and your personal pyramids to find your peak pivot years.